Hi folks. Well, I split up all the wood on my property with the 25-ton benchmark wood splitter I bought, and a week from today I'm going to be taking it on the road and help out a colleague who's got a huge pine down at his property, and he's bucked it up I guess, and we're gonna work together and we're going to split it up. But in order to get this thing on the road, I got to get it in this trailer. And I had a little fun getting it out. Getting it out I think is easier than getting it in. So what I've done is I got a ratchet strap here mounted to a board. I need to mount this on here basically in temporary fashion. Don't want to leave this on here all the time, but be nice to have it in order to load some heavy things in and out of the trailer. So anyway, I'm going to go ahead and jig this thing up. So I think what I want to do, the board's wider than it needs to be, but I don't feel like cutting it. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut a slot, fit it over the tongue, cut a slot, and get some kind of an angle bracket on here, because that's where all the force is going to be when you try to pull this pivot. So of course I'm going to bolt it to here, through here, but I don't think that's the strongest part. I think it'll be a heck of a lot stronger when it's supported down here at the bottom. That's the plan. Let's see how it works out. And what I have to worry about is whether I can clear my hand of the thing. I've got quite a bit of room. I think I can drop that down. Yeah, I think 2 inches will do. So let's drop this down 3 inches from where it is. Put on the whole thing with a jigsaw. But anyway. Got a clearance. I'm going to bang my knuckles. That's good. So that's a good start. Get that out of the way. Slide that up like that. Square. Okay. Didn't have any angle iron, and I don't have any U-bolts. So I made some angle iron, and I'm about to make a U-bolt. Push that up a little further. You can see it's red. You need to heat both the expansion edge here and the contraction edge here once in a while. I'm just doing this by eyeball. To me it looks about right. Anyway. The whole point was to get it to fit over here. That's pretty good. Brother. Okay. And this is a demo of how my work turned out. So basically you set the wood splitter with the jack down, set the jack on the steel part of my trailer, put the ramps in place, pull the bolt winch or ratchet hook back to the attach point on the splitter and start cranking her up. I built these ramps years ago for driving quads in and out of the trailer, but they still work pretty good for pulling this thing in and out. I'd have had a hard time doing that by hand, standing in the trailer and pulling that up. I probably wouldn't have been able to do it. What's up today is I'm headed over to my buddy Jimmy's place, one of my buddies from work, who's got a big pine down and needs to be split up. So for the first time I'm taking the Benchmark 25-ton wood splitter on the road, loaded up, ready to go. The weather's terrible, raining. Had thunderstorms in the night and in the early morning. But we're going to try and work around the weather, and worst comes to worst, I may just leave the splitter behind and let Jimmy split the wood up on his own, and I'll leave the trailer there, and he can bring the thing back to me. We'll meet at work one day and swap the trailer off of his vehicle onto mine. Anyway, one way or the other, it's going to split that wood. Well, this looks like some of the blocks. I guess that's the stump. And I guess this is the rest. A lot of big pines here. Lots of. Anyway, I'm going to start unloading the splitter. James has gone to get some supplies. Beer, to be exact. And it's not bad here in the trees. It is raining out, but I don't feel too much hitting me, so this may work out better than we think.
How many tons is that hydraulic press? Or?
Supposed to be 25. Well, my new rig-a-majig loaded this up pretty easy by myself. I did that bolt link.
That's all right. Yeah, you just hoist it. Sorry,
well, you can walk up and you can set the tongue right in there. It's not very hot, at all. But then once you get in it, you just skid that on the steel and roll it up the ramp. James, get yourself a coat.
Yeah, I may as well, eh?
Or you regret it. Okay, I'll give you the easy job to start.
What do I do?
You just gotta hang on. You just gotta work this thing backwards. Okay. I'm just gonna pull this and try to get it lined up with the.
What about this guy here? The stand.
Just leave it down.
Okay.
Just keep pulling it here.
Yep.
Just don't go too crazy. You got to keep it under tension pretty soon.
Okay.
So give me just a touch of slack.
Yeah, I got it. A bit more maybe. There you go.
There you go. All right, that's basically all yours. Just let it out slow.
Yep. What's it weigh, you figure?
I figure it weighs 500 pounds.
Okay.
Give or take. And once we get it down, we can move it. Okay, she's on the ground. There's lots of slack.
Okay, I want to get these lamps out of the way.
Pull it back a little bit. There. And then we're going to figure out what we're doing.
Some wood through here.
So everything that's under there is smaller?
Smaller. But not everything, but most of it. Then the bigger stuff is.
Bigger stuff is those, so we want to bring this over there, or you want to bring the wood to here?
I'll just roll it over, I think. Eh? Just thinking the smaller stuff, stepson can do because he likes.
Just don't fire it up.
Little beast.
We're going to put her right into the upright. That's fairly quiet. I mean, it's not too bad.
Certainly not allowed to shoot that.
No. Yeah, we might as well go straight to vertical mode.
Yeah.
You've got all these big blocks. Jimmy to work here. Yeah, so we work together here, taking turns at feeding the blocks into the splitter, and one guy running the lever and one guy feeding the blocks. Worked out really well. These blocks splitting here are the ones that were all off to the right when I first arrived there. They were out in the middle of the yard. I guess they'd been there most of the summer. This is the majority of the large blocks that would have been at the base of the tree. So what we're doing here is we're either halving them or quartering them. Most of them are getting cut into quarters, and we're just splitting them up that fine, and then we'll switch the splitter from vertical mode into horizontal mode later on, and we'll split all these blocks up really fine. So this video is sped up, I don't know, I think it's 3 or 4 times. Hard to tell exactly how much time we're taking here, but not all that long. The splitter makes pretty fast work of this pine, and these blocks down near the base were all really nice straight grain, easy to split.
Hard back.
Yeah, it can be. But yeah, it sure goes fast with 2 guys. One guy running the lever and one guy placing and pulling the blocks off.
Yeah.
Yeah, I say that every time I work by myself. You think 2 guys go twice as fast? 2 guys go 4 times as fast actually as 1 guy.
You think so?
I think so. And maybe that guy.
The rest of them underneath here, these are these guys got put on at the end of the pile.
Well, I'll just put them over here anyway. We can always just spin them once.
I got a footy. How much wood do you think I got here?
Oh, I'd say you've got, by the time you pile it all fine, probably 1.5 cords. Maybe 2 cords. Yeah, so we finished all the big blocks that were out on the ground, and now we're pulling the biggest blocks out from underneath the tarp that James had set up, and we're going to split those up fairly well. We're going to quarter those in the vertical mode. So we'll get the machine started up again and back at it, and take turns here running the splitter and rolling the wood in with the same objective: get these split up into halves or quarters, and we'll split them up finer later. Again, this is sped up to about 3 or 4 times actual speed. I finally got smart and realized I could sit down. It's easier on the back. You think that's all we need in the vertical mode? Oh, hang on, we'll jig it a little bit. Okay, now,
Want me to pull?
if you can, pull on that back part. See if we can get it running up onto the bark.
Well, we,
Alright, okay, okay, come forward and back. There we go. Forward, back.
is that enough or more?
Right there.
And why are we having to get back here? Just because you want it level, or?
No, because it gets it higher off the ground.
Oh,
It was low.
Oh, gotcha.
You're standing here and you're going to be putting stuff in there.
Yeah, I gotcha. I gotcha.
So,
Whew. How sharp is this?
it doesn't have to be super sharp, and it probably won't be sharp. Yeah, your bar is a little short. I think it's already set for like full throttle. Yeah, I would estimate that we spent between an hour and a half with the machine in vertical mode, splitting all the big round blocks up into quarters and tossing them into a pile. And then we spent here in the horizontal mode, I'd say we spent between 2 and 2.5 hours with it in horizontal mode, taking all the quarters and cutting them up as fine as we liked into actual stove wood size. And here I'm showing this part of the video here because it shows about the best technique I've found for doing that kind of work. When you're in the horizontal mode, you're standing close. You have to put your right hand on the lever. So that leaves your body and your left hand to manipulate the blocks. And I found the best thing, instead of splitting it in half and then a half and a half, is just ease a portion of the block in. You can only split it once because you've got a single action splitter. So you take one block off and you move and roll the block in again, take another block off, and you basically go around in a circle or a semicircle and slicing it down like an onion, I guess you call it, step by step until you've got the thing reduced down to your last block. Anyway, it was a fun day. It was nice to work with somebody else. How did it go? Well, in all the excitement of the day, I forgot to pan the wood pile, so I got James to take a movie a couple days afterwards, and this shows the fruits of our labor here. One big pile of blocks ready to go that he says he'll start burning next year. And then the other pile be left for another year, I guess, because he doesn't burn all that much wood. Anyway, hope you enjoyed the video. See you later.